You guys should be aware that Ice Cube seems to have some damning information about Diddy and the ongoing Federal Bureau of Investigation. Diddy, as everyone knows, has been in hot water's prior interactions with the authorities. Several months after Cassie's first circumstances were made public in November of last year, the interval between Diddy's raid and now by Homeland Security, which was looked at by the feds, and don't overlook the UPAND, a proposed indictment against him in front of grand juries, of which there have been several, claims that it's hard to stay up. Ice Cube is currently with them all except one, asserting that it is all BS and a component of a plan by several influential individuals to get Diddy must accept responsibility for their shady actions. Ice Cube is stating that if Diddy is so innocent, then why does Ice Cube believes Diddy is being manipulative? Let's now dissect it. Ice Cube is not the first individual to emerge and assert that Diddy is supposedly under duress, risen since a few others have arrived. Proceed to assert the identical assertion when Homeland conducted raids at Diddy's homes. Safety Candace Owens sent the feds a tweet, are now breaking into Diddy's home. Already understood his intentions, but he is likely to be the fall guy in order for them to can safeguard the individuals at the top of the. They are breaking into his house to hide. Proof that this is not the case functions, yet a few months back Eddie Griffin also said that the Homeland Diddy's security raid was purportedly a arrangement between the feds and certain strong. There are two names in Hollywood that he, Clive Davis and another have been dropped. Strong dude I'm going to mention. As LG, should you have been listening to the streets and keeping an eye on this play, then you are fully aware of Eddie's identity. Claimed that Clyde Davis and LG are apparently baiting Diddy for the whole item.
Really just a quick fast hit on mother's property, nigga. You ain't gonna call the press and say we about to hit Puffy's crib. You just gonna hit the crib. And they just gonna have to hear about that through the great line and rush down there as quick as they can. But no, we've seen the aerial shot of them driving up and arriving at this mother's crib. Somebody's behind it, somebody's way up the ladder. And I think that ladder is the head of Universal Music Group.
Eddie continued by saying that LG and Clive are said to have sacrificed Diddy to protect their own flesh, since they learned that Diddy was said to have videos of them acting very bizarre, and those cassettes were necessary, so they coordinated the
Clive Davis. Yeah, that's the monster. And the head of the Universal Music Group, he's put Diddy up, and they sacrificed Diddy. They said, man, you gotta take this shit, we can't be involved. But Diddy's smart. He filmed every session. He was fucking Clive and the motherfucking freak boy that run Universal Music Group. Now that's why they raided the house, because they got friends in Homeland Security and the feds. And they said, get in and get them tapes from this lady trying to blackmail us.
Actually, it's quite erratic, yet it adds up to the statements made by Little Rod in his litigation against LG and his alleged use his business to make Diddy's claimed misbehavior in return for a portion of the earnings, according to court filing, stated among the specific actions that LG and Universal Music Group are the defendants, acted to support the sex trafficking venture from around 2000 to continue until November 2023. Around defendants Universal Music and LG Group withheld the delivery of enormous amounts of money, maybe millions of dollars, given to Mr. Combs and his colleagues. The paper proceeded to charge LG and UMG with purportedly going over and beyond to avert claimed sex trafficking by Diddy. Procedure, it was said that LG and UG knowingly dropped the necessary timely file tax information disclosed in relation to the financing any parties involved in trafficking with the federal government. As a result of doing so, would jeopardize its capacity to gain from Additionally, the venture charged them with making money from the venture and that they apparently persisted in aiding Diddy conceal the operation as they were earning a large sum of money from it, purportedly, and your little Raw wasn't timid in his legal action either, as he didn't keep anything from these legal actions, continued by stating that the accused LG and the Universal Music Group is aware of, engaged in the trafficking of sex, and promoted the concrete venture of the COM. Actions above constituted engaging in venture and were essential for its accomplishment. The tangible actions represented a proactive involvement by defendants in a future venture, so obviously LG was among those who were supposed to have stated. Did he up? There are others as well, or the last one, since Ice Cube also had a name. As someone else, Clive Davis. Remarkably, Ice Cube has made some really convinced that Clive is purportedly the one who created Diddy the way he was and damaged him, is what Ice Cube discussed in a recent interview on his acquaintance with Diddy from the 90s. But one thing really stood out to me was the way he emphasized that when he and Diddy was awesome when they first started, drifted apart inexplicably about 1994. This year, a lady made the allegation that Diddy supposedly told her to make it among his first examples that are known to exist.
Lost contact with him and really stopped, dealing with Puff in 1994.
Any specific reason?
I mean, they was doing their thing, I was doing mine. And, I'm not the party type. You know what I mean? I ain't never been to a Diddy party. I ain't never really wanted to go, but I don't go to a lot of people parties. That's just not what I'm in it for. You've been the one, you've been too long.
Presently, him attempting to confirm that we were aware, indubitably, that he was never in his events, because you're all familiar with the tales that have been circulating about those Diddy parties, after which he was questioned about, stunned by the events that transpired, the feds and Diddy, and this is what he stated.
You were surprised at what things are coming out with Diddy at all? Or like, you have no idea. It's none of my business. You live long. Kind of like the mindset.
I'm even surprised. How could you be surprised with anything that happens in hip-hop? Hip-hop is the Wild West. So, you're gonna have a good, you're gonna have a bad, you're gonna have a ugly.
He also has some intriguing ideas to discuss around Diddy being federal agents' objective as part of enormous cover-up.
Yeah, there's some of the stuff he's got, there's credibility on what they're coming after him with the tapes and the feds and breaking his Miami home, his LA home.
I believe he's being targeted.
You believe he's being targeted?
Yeah, I believe somebody has the power to pull the trigger to make this stuff just domino effect.
Who do you want to guess? He identified as a participant in the plot to arrange for Diddy. Hey everyone, Clive Davis.
You can say what you want about Diddy, but Diddy didn't learn to like young boys. He learned it from a man named Clive Davis. He threw Clive Davis in there. It doesn't sound like you're part of that camp. You're part of the camp that you think he's being targeted.
I don't know enough to even be able to be specific on any of this stuff. It's just all speculation. I just know he was cool up until a point, and then this stuff started happening. So
Indeed, it's noteworthy that Clive Davis's name seems to constantly surface whenever we are discussing Diddy there. Claims for a long time that Diddy was claimed by Clive to be a victim in the industry's early years. There have even whispers inside the eyes of the industry about what really transpired for centuries. Back in the days when Diddy and Clive were day, and it goes beyond the music alone. Street rumors state that Diddy was taking several actions to maintain Clive. Grin, if you get what I mean, gossip. Is it true that Diddy's big break came from returning a few favors to Clive Davis? in 1994, which is said to have caused the start of Bad Boy Records and refused to. You are aware of it. 1994 is the year in which Ice Cube said he had given up hanging, dating Diddy, thus it's likely that he knows more compared to what he's saying. But here is where it becomes heated. Everyone, there are rumors that Clive and Diddy weren't simply business associates. Claim that they had a little matter brewing behind the scenes, could even maintain their love on the down low for a good 5 years. And just when you believe that nothing at all, Clive rises and spills the tea after hearing rumors. In his memoir, he comes clean about, acknowledges that he has ambivalence, proving what many whisperers have already been discussing for some time.
Was only turning to bisexuality after my second marriage failed, so that it was not an issue through my life. Neither of my marriages were affected. I was totally attracted to women. When the marriage failed, in the mid-'80s, I opened myself up to the possibility that I could have a relationship with a man, as well as the two that I had with a woman.
Previously, Did was working at Uptown for Andrew Harrell. Records citing Jaguar Onder claimed to be a little something. Continuing with Clive up till Diddy entered the tale and reportedly began tossing it for Clive, who ultimately dropped me. Onder in place of Diddy.
I honestly think he's just an extreme narcissist who loves power. He loves the ability to manipulate and control people. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, who loved to control people.
And his mentor was
Andre Harrell.
Tell us how
who was
victimized?
mentored by Clive Davis.
Jaguar said that Diddy then moved behind. Onder is returning to close his own deal, with Clive removing Onder from the formula.
And don't tell me that Andre Harrell got touched by Clive Davis too.
I'm telling you, I don't know what happened between Andre and Clive. What I do know is that Andre got passed over. Like, how do you go from being the president of Uptown and losing your entire company to your intern? Like, Puff started out as an intern.
I won't lie about the situation now. It's a wild, steaming mess, yet Ice Cube's testimony, we are left wondering whether this is not everything that there is to know. Not that Diddy is a bad person. Due to the abundance of footage that he was acting strangely toward Cassie, but he is not the only one who is at fault, and it seemed to be a lot more going on. As you all aware, the fans have been all over it, and they take criticism seriously. Comparing Eddie to a cat that has never uttered a lie, there's a reason Diddy hasn't been arrested. However, he is still riding and having fun. They achieved their desired outcome. Those I'm telling you, there's more to cassettes than here. Diddy is the lamb that has been sacrificed. He's not innocent yet, but there are several chief executives who must fall with him. But I found out what you guys thought. Regarding this, please share your opinions. Leave a remark below, and then see the following video music.